So welcome back to Trailer Park Cookin'. I'm Genie B Delishus, and thank you so much for coming to watch another show. So we're going to do a cheesecake recipe. My favorite thing in the whole world is cheesecake, especially with fresh berries on it. I don't have any fresh berries today, but I'm just going to make the recipe and we'll take a bite of it, put it in the fridge, and then I'll put some berries on it tomorrow probably. Anyway, so typical cheesecake pan or a pan that needs to open or come apart. This is a boxy key pan. Has the silicone little handles on it, so it's a lot easier to pick up. Comes apart really easy. Has a deep inset so that the edge on the bottom doesn't get caught around the cheesecake. So fastens on just like so. But first thing we're gonna do is go through what I make my graham cracker crust with. So I love pecans, and I think adding nuts to a graham cracker crust is the best thing that you could ever do. So I'm gonna use some pecan chips along with the graham crackers and with butter, of course, to make the crust. And then for the cheesecake, typical cheesecake ingredients, you have cream cheese. I have 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese here. Sour cream. And I put a little bit of lemon zest in it, and lemon, vanilla, and I think this recipe calls for 6 eggs. So we have our eggs, and the eggs should be at room temperature along with everything else. And then I have, they say you could use heavy cream, but I'm going to use buttermilk and milk split. I think that covers everything. So let's get started on the graham cracker crust. So I have this little fancy tool that you can buy through Pampered Chef. My daughter was a Pampered Chef dealer, and these are her items, and when she decides to settle down someday, she can have her kitchen tools back. So I'm just going to put the pecans in here. It unlocks, and then you have a little chopper. And then I'm just going to chop them up even finer than they are right now. So then I have the graham cracker crust, and it already has sugar pre-added to it. So we're just going to mix it in with here. Try not to get it in the hole in the middle. About a half a bag. You can buy it pre-ground and the graham cracker crust on top. And just do the same thing over again and get them all mixed up. Okay, that looks beautiful. Just put them in our little bowl. And this actually comes out with the dicer. They're all really easy, simple mechanisms to come apart. I think I'm going to add a little sugar to it. It just needed a little. I got some very soft butter here. Add one equal cube. And I got this little wooden spoon that I'm just going to smush the butter and the sugar and the graham cracker and pecans together with the butter. Your butter, whoops. There you go. Here's some for the doggies. So this is one of them. This is Trixie, her dog, debuting on YouTube channel without mother's permission. I must be getting tired. And then there's another one. Come here, Lucky. Come here, Lucky. Come here, Lucky. Oh. Here's Lucky, the other hound dog, and the cats. They're still at my other place right now, but they'll be moving in soon. And look, I'm washing my hands after handling the dog. I wish I had a microwave. Because melted butter makes this so much easier. So then we got our oven on 350 degrees. Everybody get that? It's almost time to turn the air conditioner on with all this oven in here. So then we're just going to put that graham cracker crust in the bottom of the pan. And I'll just use this. This looks like a good thing to smush it down to the bottom. And just smush it to the bottom till it looks like it's nice and even. So you see how pretty that is? I don't want to tip it because it says pretty, nutty crust. There's only a little bit in there. I don't have to put it all in there, I guess. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it in the oven for like 10 minutes until it gets all kind of crispy. So while that's cooking, it's gonna be on 350 for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna turn it to 325 for the rest of the thing. So we were gonna start with sugar, but I have like 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar cane sugar and convection sugar with cornstarch. It just has cornstarch, which is a thickener, and finely ground sugar. So I'm just gonna make it to the 1.5 cups, and then I'm gonna put my blender on it and see what happens. Should be really extra sweet, I'm sure. So this is just to get those sugar cane sugars ground up a little bit, and it's covering me at the moment. Okay, I think we're good there. Yeah, so usually we'll see how it turns out, but we're gonna put some lemon stuff in it, so it would be good. So we've got the sugar, cream cheese, 1 cup of sour cream. I think it's 4 of these. In the winter they say colder than a witch's tit. In the summer it's hotter than a cat on a tin roof. Right? I don't know, but it's like 100 degrees outside with no air conditioning and working over the oven. The summer is not the best time to do baking, just saying. Unless you have central air in your home. And there's that. And then the sour cream. We need 1 cup of sour cream. We'll just throw the whole rest of it in there. So the graham cracker crust is just slightly brown. We're going to change it down to 325. Let's see here. What are we looking for? Oh, zester. So a little bit of lemon zest. And then, of course, vanilla. I think it calls for like 1 tablespoon. So I say that's like 3 lids full of vanilla. That seems like it's about right. And then the buttermilk. It's a really little bit of regular milk. That looks good. That looks like however much it should be. So I'm just going to squeeze this in my hand so that the seeds don't go into here, because I just want a little bit of lemon juice, not the seeds, which I was unsuccessful at doing. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now it just looks like creamy nastiness right now. We're using raw sugar, powdered sugar, regular sugar. This should be an adventure. That's just part of cooking. I mean, making a substitute with what you got, right? Alright. Getting the blender out. So it's kind of creamy now. And we're just going to add 1 egg at a time. Again, the eggs are room temperature. And then after you add the egg, you mix it again. Another egg. So I got some all-purpose flour, and this is a 1/3 cup. I'll just fold it in nicely. So we've got the flour in there, we got our eggs, we got all our ingredients. I hope I wasn't supposed to add something else, but we'll find out at the end of the day how terrible things are. And then you just pour it in your little cute pan. This could be an utter disaster. It might cook up the outside of the pan, but hey, we like disasters in my household, so. And then just put it in the oven for like, well, it's going to be golden, kind of golden brown on top, and then the middle will still kind of be shaky, the edges will be crisp. Should be on the middle rack in your oven. 35 to 40 minutes. Sounds yummy. And now the cheesecake is done. However, you're supposed to let it sit in the oven once you turn the oven off and let it cool for 5 hours. And then you refrigerate it overnight and then you eat it the next day. So we're just going to do a little taste test because of what we used to make the cheesecake today. It has cracked already. So this is what it looks like now. It's golden brown on the edges. And it's still jiggly in the middle. So hopefully this temperature change doesn't affect it too badly. It is starting to fall a little bit to the inside of the pan, which is okay. And I'm just going to do a quick pinch taste. Oh, look at that. Nice form. So that's the cheesecake itself. It's very pretty. And then once you take this off, it'll be kind of like a mushroom. Yeah, so much better when it's cool. It needs to sit for 5 hours. We're gonna top it with something. This is one of my favorite cheesecake recipes. The flavor is amazing. It's light, it's got that little bit of lemon zest on it, and cheesecake turned out wonderful. Even though we used a little bit of confection of sugar for the sugar in it, it's actually not as sweet, which I like a cheesecake that's not so sweet. I'm excited for it to cool overnight and to be able to eat it with fruit on it tomorrow. But right now, it tastes amazing. And again, thank you for watching my show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click on the Boxiki link that's down below to be able to order your own Boxiki panware. And of course, join me next time for another great recipe on Trailer Park Cooking. I'm Genie B Delishus. Bye, y'all!